Previously on Love for the Arts, Sam was brought back into the competition after a surprise twist. The artists were challenged to rebrand a product and sell it in a commercial. While some totally pitched it, others were put on clearance. And on the runway the theme was villains in vogue. Some were villain trendsetters, but Kat and Sam were villain faux pas and landed in the bottom. Both battled it out for your votes while lip syncing. Find out tonight who stays in the competition. The winner of the first season of Love for the Arts digital competition will receive 2 costumes by Jeffrey Kelly Designs and So Excited, a one-of-a-kind hairstyle by Chantel Sparkles, custom accessories by Galactic, a unique brand logo by Dan Poliak, a complete makeup package by Bat Me Cosmetics, a custom crown by Fierce Drag Jewels, no, not this one, and a cash prize of $5,000 courtesy of Twitch. Hi everyone, and welcome to the 7th episode of Love for the Arts digital competition. I'm super excited about tonight's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we begin, I want to go ahead and do a countdown to who you guys kept into the competition. That's right. You all decided to keep one person, and that person is Kat! Yes! Give it up for Kat! Kat is who you all voted to keep in the competition, and unfortunately that means Sam is out. Please go follow Sam on all of her social media. Tip her. Her information is in her Instagram bio. We love her. We wish her well. And who knows, you might see her again in the future. I do want to make an announcement before we move on. This is not another twist. Unfortunately, Kat had some very personal things happen this week that prevented her from doing the challenges, and she has decided to leave the competition. We wish her well. She did amazing. She's gorgeous. But we will continue to do the episodes as accordingly. And I want to welcome our very special guest for this week. One of I think it's the first winner of Dragula. Give it up for Vander Von Odd. Yes. How are you?
Thanks for dragging me out of the grave to come hang out with you for the day.
I love you. You're actually one of my favorite all-time entertainers. I remember I met you at one of the Boulet Brothers shows, and yes, you were like painted like blue or green or something, and this was like right before you were announced the winner, right? Or right after?
I think it was right after, and it was like the week before you got announced for Drag Race. It was like that like sweet spot in between.
Yeah, and you were super sweet, super weird, and I loved it. You looked amazing, and I've been hooked ever since. We did that tour together. Super fun. I hope we get to do that again.
I hope so too. That meet and greet was lovely. Just naked and looking like shit.
I know! Oh my gosh, and now you're like affiliate of Dragula. You help produce the show, right?
Yeah, I'm the production designer for the show, so I kind of like see over like the aesthetic of the show and like build the sets and the color palettes and all that stuff. So still very involved.
Yes, well we love that. I love the show. I'm addicted. Before we begin, I want to give Leo a shout out. This is my angelic white halo crown he made me, and I decided to wear it again tonight. You can get a really good up close view of it. It's beautiful. But tonight's runway theme is Gone with the Wind Girl, and the challenge today is drag Jokesters. And all the contestants had to basically play pranks on people that they knew, or maybe people that they don't know. And we want to see them produce something good and funny. And I'm ready to watch what they did. Are you?
I'm so ready. I'm very excited.
Yes, well, let's start the challenge now.
Okay guys, so this week we're doing it vlog style, like the influencer that I am. So I just got home. I decided that since for this week's challenge we have to prank our friends or family, I decided I'm gonna prank my roommate throughout the next couple of days. It's starting right now since I'm already up in the goosh. So I'm gonna invade his privacy today. That after he takes a shower, he comes here to our beauty station and he blow dries his hair.
Carmen!
This is already so funny and it's only day one. Oh my god, he has no idea what's to come. While I'm at this, before I take this whole thing off, because I'm already so exhausted, I'm gonna replace the sugar with the salt. So tomorrow morning when he drinks his tea. So we are continuing the vlog. Today is day 2 and I am ready to kill for my prank day, so stay tuned. Babe, ¿me puedes ayudar? And now it's time to turn his shower into a cold as hell. Babe, ¿te puedo robar el shaving cream?
Ya. No venís a chingar, ¿verdad?
No, de verdad.
Don't be suspicious, 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 don't be suspicious.
He just went in the bathroom. Alright guys, enough pranks for today. I feel like I'm definitely gonna have to move out. My roommate just won't talk to me anymore, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Now, go prank yourself! Goodbye.
Hello everyone, this is Guajardo, La Patrona, and right now, I'm gonna prank all of my Instagram followers. They don't know that I'm going live, but what I'm gonna do is go live, talk a little with them, like, you know, eat some Oreos, be a little talkative, chit-chat, el chisme, and then I'm gonna invite one of them to be live with me, and when we are live together, I'm gonna get them. So this is gonna be so good. Go for a drink, go for a snack, let's get them. So I went live and I started talking to a lot of people. I talked with a lot of people from Mexico. I talked with people from Mexico City, from Guatemala, from Colombia. And I was super excited because everybody was being so nice to me. But it was so damn difficult because I didn't want to prank anybody. But then I found Laura, and I knew that she was the one because when we went live, she told me I'm a drag super fan. She was super excited. She was screaming. She was just all into it. So I knew that she would play along. And then I started talking to her just so that I would know that she would be iconic at this, you know? And, well, let's find out how she did.
La verdad es que están deliciosas. Y discúlpeme que coma. ¿Tú puedes platicar lo que tú quieras mientras yo como?
Yo solo digo que deberían de patrocinar a Guajardo para que haga publicidad de Oreo.
I knew it was time to do the prank, and I felt horrible because I was just feeling like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, but I knew that I had to, and then I went for it.
Desde que tú las anuncias, quiero todo. ¿Estás bien? ¿Qué ves? Ayuda.
Right after that, Laura left their live, and she left me there just hanging because she was like, I don't know, it was too much for her. Right after that, I reached to her just to make sure that she was fine, and she was like good with it. And she said that it was fine, that she was good, and we laughed about it. But then I went into the internet and saw that everybody was going crazy about it. The memes were hysterical. They were on Facebook, they were on Instagram, they were on WhatsApp. And then, my favorite thing about this.
Publicidad de Oreo porque desde que ella empezó a enseñar las Oreos, yo compré cereal de Oreo, no paro de comer Oreo y, o sea, amo sus reacciones. Yo ya he probado como 3 diferentes, pero yo quiero todo. Desde que tú las anuncias, quiero todo. ¿Estás bien? ¿Qué ves?
I hope y'all can forgive me. Thank you for helping me this week on Love for the Arts. This was all in good fun and giggles, and I hope that y'all can understand. Love you all, and thank you so much for helping me this week. And just because I love you, here you have it one more time. Bye!
Publicidad de Oreo porque desde que ella empezó a enseñar las Oreos, yo compré cereal de Oreo, no paro de comer Oreo y, o sea, amo sus reacciones. Yo ya he probado como 3 diferentes, pero yo quiero todo. Desde que tú las anuncias, quiero todo. ¿Estás bien?
Tomémonos una foto. Chicos, estoy grabando. Creo que ya.
Okay guys, this is the thing. I am pulling a nasty prank to my friends. I invited them to my home with the excuse of helping me tape a challenge for Love for the Arts. Little do they know, I will be using their worst fear with body injuries against them. I'm so nervous.
Rueda cámara. En 5, 4, 3, 2, action.
Welcome to Naughty Meow. Okay, but first I want to invite to my little friends Paola Andrea Reaño. Thank you so much. Carlos Andrés del Castillo. Ok, no vayas a cortar, yo voy a...
Pasa.
Ay, marica, mi pie. Ay,
Marica.
Mi pie. Ay, marica, mi pie, mi pie.
¿Cuál?
Este pie. Ay, qué puta.
Marica, revísale.
No,
cero.
No, pasito.
Oh, marica, no.
Puta.
Está muy alto,
Pasito.
Marica.
Quítale este, por favor.
¿Dónde te duele?
Ay, me cae el tobillo.
Hielo, 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 hielo. Acá. Aquí. Mira, tengo hinchado.
Hielo, ¿dónde?
Hay 2 verduras congeladas, también sirve. La bolsa de las verduras congeladas, por favor.
¿Cuáles verduras?
No importa, pónselo.
Au.
¿Lo tiene hinchado? ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Llamamos a la ambulancia o no? ¿Será que te vendamos el pie?
No está tan frío. Oh, no, lo siento frío.
Trae la
Pasito.
bolsa de verduras. Trae la bolsa de verduras. La bolsa de verduras que sale congelada.
No, mira, va.
¿Se está hinchando mucho? ¿Me puedes poner? No sé, manita, ¿le pones esto?
La bolsa de verduras, tráeme la bolsa de verduras, coño. La bolsa de verduras.
¿Dónde la dejaste,
En
papá?
el congelador está. Sí. Vamos a necesitar también calor. Ponte agua caliente en una ollita y con un pañito así.
Pero rapidito. Sí.
Calórico.
Me duele mucho.
Tranqui.
Este dedo no siento el dedo gordo.
Se está poniendo morado el dedo gordo.
¿En serio?
Sí, se está poniendo el dedo gordo. Sí, míralo.
Se le está poniendo más morado acá.
Sí.
No, ¿qué tal que me haya partido el pie?
Yo sí creo porque mira cómo se está hinchando en Javi.
No, estaría llorando, estaría
Pero míralo
gritando.
cómo está, pa.
No, pero
Si míralo cómo
Sí.
está.
parte el pie,
Si está pegando el pie, toca llevar.
No te muevas tan feo.
Mira.
No te muevas. ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Será que llamamos al médico?
El carnet de la EPS debe estar en uno de los libros.
¿Cuál libro? ¿Acá?
No, ahí, al otro lado.
No, espérate, ya estoy buscando.
No, Elisa.
Ya estoy buscando.
Se está poniendo el dedo morado. La punta del dedo gordo está morada.
O sea que si está fracturado, toca llevarlo ya.
No, Pau, déjalo.
¿En tablilla? ¿Ustedes saben en tablilla?
Déjalo quieto, déjalo quieto.
No, o el carnet de la EPS. Un libro que se llama... hay uno de pedagogía. Detrás del cuadro, acá, mira.
Pero, marica.
No está fracturado. No está fracturado.
Un saludo, por favor, a todas las cámaras.
Y esto.
Ay, no, marica, qué idiota este man. ¿Cómo está?
¡Mátenlo!
No se pongan bravos. Es que es el challenge de esta semana, hacer una broma a alguien.
No, marica.
¡Qué infeliz! ¡Aprovecha de mi amor!
Dile, hello Trinity. Ella fue la de la idea. Hi Trinity. Me van a matar mis amigos. ¿No?
Ay, te amo, Trinity, pero mi corazón se rompió. De verdad, creí que se había acabado todo.
No, pero ya, era una broma, no pasa nada. Gracias, bye. Yo, welcome to Drag. I'm a straight man who thinks it's funny. This is the show where we prank some drag queens and some big. In tonight's episode, we have a very special guest. She's my friend. She's the famous drag queen. She's Margaret Ida. And she's gonna do some prank calls on the cast of Love of the Arts, baby.
In tonight's episode of Drag.
I'm pregnant. I'm gonna call the police. I'm so sorry. Where the is my money?
Hi, I'm Margaret Illa, and tonight we're gonna prank some fans. The top 5 of Love of the Arts is gonna be under the spotlight because I'm gonna do some prank calls. And yes, I am very beautiful. The first person we're gonna prank is Guajardo.
We're gonna make her believe that she posted something in her Instagram stories.
Just see what happens, okay?
Sí, bueno.
Bueno, güey, ¿qué pedo?
¿De qué?
Güey, ¿por qué subiste eso?
¿Qué subí?
A tus historias, güey.
¿Qué subí?
Güey, ¿qué pedo? O sea, ¿fue por accidente o es como broma?
¿Qué está pasando?
Ahora como para close friends. O sea, se van a atacar de que cabrón, pero pues yo pensé que ya no eras así.
Ay, no, te estoy haciendo una broma para el video de Love for the Arts.
Eres muy mala haciendo bromas. Siempre lo has sido.
Pero te lo que dices por lo menos un poquito.
No.
Bueno, sabía que no ibas a caer anyway. That was fun.
Okay, so the next one is kind of tricky.
We're gonna try prank Carmen. We're gonna try to convince her to not send all the materials for this week's challenge, so we can be safe this week and she goes to the bottom.
Aló.
Oli, hoy estoy medio colapsando. ¿Cómo vas tú con todo lo que tenemos que enviar?
Ahorita de hecho estoy así en full drag en mi casa tratando de resolver.
Pero, a ver, es que te tengo una propuesta medio rara.
A ver, dime, me gusta rara.
No quiero que te ofendas, o sea, si no quieres está bien. Quería proponerte que no mandaras como el challenge o el runway. Te puedo ofrecer dinero para que quedes en el bottom y así yo ya quedé safe.
¿Me estás hablando en serio, Margaret?
Sí, o sea, te puedo ofrecer como $300.
Ay, estás loca, no estás pendeja, ¿cómo así?
Nada más esta semana.
No, amiga, estás pero pendeja, o sea, tú me estás prankeando a mí, eso ya lo entendí.
Bienvenida al video. That went well. So I tried to prank Miss Lady Wolf, but she didn't reply to my message, so let's go to the next one. For the last prank, I'm gonna call Trinity the Talk. Please forgive me, I hope this goes well. And I'm gonna say that there was a little incident in Twitter. Is she gonna react well? Let's find out. Hey.
Hello.
I wanted to call you because I'm kind of confused of what's happening right now. You know, about like the whole thing on Twitter. And I wanted to speak first with you.
What happened on Twitter?
About like the trending of Love of the Arts, like what Kat said.
What did Kat say?
She posted a combo between you and her that she will make top 2. And I'm kind of like, I'm confused, like what's happening?
What does she mean that I'll make top 2?
I don't know if this is true. She posted like a conversation, like a message.
There's no way, because I never told her anything like that. Where is this at? I don't see it on her.
Everyone is talking about it, like that's what I find out.
I don't see anything on her Twitter that says that.
Okay, I'm kidding. This is a prank call.
Oh, you stupid bitch.
I'm so sorry, I'm so nervous.
I was like, oh my god, this cannot be happening because I did not tell her that. You're so crazy.
Thank you. Yo, that was so funny, yo. These are so funny. See you next week on Drag.
Yes, come on, clown. Did you enjoy that?
I love that. I have to say, I actually really love this cast. I've seen every episode thus far, and it's been a really exciting season.
Yeah, they have been super good literally every week, and this week is no exception. Everybody did such a phenomenal job, and now that we're down to, almost the very end, we only have this week, and then next week is the last 2 judging episodes before we have the reunion-ish episode and then the finale. And so, for all of you out there watching, you'll get your chance to vote tonight and your chance to vote next week. And then after that, you will not be able to vote for who you want to keep in the competition because it will be judges only after that. So, let's go ahead and start talking about what we think about this challenge with Carmen. Carmen played all those pranks on her roommate. What did you think?
Yeah, okay. I have to open by saying one of my biggest pet peeves is when, in like prank videos, when I can tell that they're staged. And I just got the vibe from a lot of the pranks that they were staged. Like the one that kind of sold me was the horn in the hallway with the clown outfit. That looked like a legit scare. That was pretty funny. But some of the other ones just felt staged. Like I could tell that the roommate was in on it, and that kind of killed it for me.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I thought that she looked beautiful. I liked the pranks that she chose to do, but I did feel like every single one of them was staged. Like, how does your roommate not see the camera literally right, like, inches in front of them while they're making coffee? I don't know. It seemed staged. It didn't seem authentic, and with stuff like this, it's not funny unless it's like really like jump scares or like it's a legit prank. And so I totally agree with you. I totally didn't buy it. If it was authentic and she didn't like plan this through with him, it just didn't come across the way it should have. But let's move on to our next contestant, which is Wahardo. And Wahardo pranked a fan through Instagram Live. What did you think?
The prank itself was actually really funny. The reaction of the girl to Wahardo fainting was actually kind of hilarious, and the memes that followed afterwards. But I do have to say, when I was watching it, I thought it was going to be kind of like those, what's it called, like chat roulette videos, where it's like they do the same prank over and over, but to different people. So you see like a variety of like reactions to the prank. But it was just the one girl, and then it ended, and I was like, oh, it kind of left me wanting more, because it was a really good prank and it was really funny, but I just wanted a little bit more.
Yeah, I thought that the prank was okay to the one person. It wasn't like laugh out loud hilarious. She looked beautiful. Wahardo looked beautiful. I love that she has this theme with Oreos for some reason, but it just it seemed a little she took the easy road. Like there wasn't much she didn't work hard for this one, I don't think. I feel like she just did one thing and then she filled in a bunch of time with all this dialogue, which I don't know. It just wasn't that funny to me. I thought that the initial thing was cute, but again, it just wasn't like laugh out loud hilarious to me. She looked beautiful, but that's not what we're judging on. Our next contestant is Leslie Wolf, and Leslie pranked her friends with a sprained ankle. What did you think?
I loved this. It was not a laugh out loud funny prank. It was very cringy and it was very awkward to witness, but it was kind of evil and sinister and malicious, and she was dragging it out for so long in the best way and like selling it. And I really thought for a minute, like, this bitch is really gonna let her friends take her to the hospital, and not until she crosses the threshold of those hospital doors, she's gonna be like, just kidding, which I kind of love. It kind of like, it takes it almost a little bit too far, and I love a sinister bitch, so I absolutely loved this prank.
Yeah, I think that this is a really good prank. She really had her friends going. What I loved is the little text at the bottom. She even included like these little sentences that were really funny and witty, that made me laugh along with the video. And then the girl's reaction at the end, like she was just so confused. I loved that. I think that it was maybe a little drawn out, but comparatively, I thought it was great. I thought it was funny. And she's a great actress. Leslie is a good actress.
Hold that shit. And like, that was believable and relatable as fuck. Like, we've all taken a tumble in a pleaser.
Yep. Well, next up is our last contestant of the challenge, which is Margaret Iya. And Margaret did a prank on some of her Love for the Arts contestants and myself. What'd you think?
Okay. First and foremost, Margaret, you are horrible at pranks. That said, honestly, I thought it was really fucking funny. Like, it was really, really entertaining. Like, she was really bad at pranking. Like, almost everyone saw through her. They, like, saw through her veil, like, so quickly. But it was really funny because she was entertaining, and I could tell she was having fun. And her friends were, like, reading her, and she was reading them back. And she was like, I'm shit at this. I'm going to call the next person. And it was just going and going. And I actually thought it was really funny and entertaining to watch, despite the pranks kind of falling through.
Yeah, I think she saved herself with the editing of this. I also think it is funny that she was bad at it, and it made me laugh at her versus the actual pranks. And you know, even though like the challenge was to prank people, which she did prank, she's just bad at it. Some of the other contestants did pranks, and it just wasn't funny. At least this video was funny to me. And I laughed at this one. This was one of my favorites. I was shocked when she was like calling me like Kat's gonna be in the top 2. I was like, what? Like, I never said that. So she really had me going because she's very monotone when I call, because I call all of the contestants every night after the episode and tell them my actual feedback, and we talk about next week and what to expect, and they tell me their ideas, and she's always very monotone with the way that she talks, and so I was buying it. I was like, what? And I was going on Twitter, I'm like, what is this cat thing? I don't see it. And she was just having me going, and then she like, you know, then I was like, that fucking bitch, but it was funny to me. Yeah.
Bold move to prank the host of the show, because that could have gone horribly wrong for her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I totally agree with you. I thought she did a really good job overall. I think that this was kind of like half and half, like half of the cast did good and half of the cast didn't do good. But I want to see what they do for the runway before we make our decision on the bottom 2, because sometimes the runways save you. So, are you ready to see what they wore? And the theme again is Gone with the Wind Girl. We're looking for blowing in the wind, giving us the wind fantasy, and a visual. We want visual art. What do you want to see?
I'm always ready for a fashion montage.
All right, here we go.
Gone with the Wind Girl. So the first thing I thought about was the weather here in Guatemala right now. There's this tropical storm that just hit Guatemala called Nana, and I was like, I'm gonna do a tropical storm. And she's on her way to Mexico to snatch the crown for Love for the Arts. And she's airy, she's flowy, she's gorgeous, she's a little sexy, which I always like to include in my characters, making you feel all the tropical vibes. This might be loosely inspired by a character that you might or may not know that also is kind of stormy, but you know what I'm saying.
You know, it's simple, but you look gorgeous and it's very on brand of you.
She's giving me some Storm from the X-Men, I think.
It's not like out of this world. It's not the most amazing thing I have ever seen, but I think it's really polished and I like that. For this week's runway, we got Gone with the Wind, and I knew that this week the only thing that we had to do was to incorporate air, so I wanted to do something a little more personal. I wanted to do something that had a little more to do with me and my personal journey, so that's why I chose to do this kind of evil versus good, like share a little bit of my story in which I have dealt with being evil and being bad and being like this kind of dark person. And then I just had to look inside of myself to find this angel that has a lot of light and that can do good and that it's capable of doing great things for others and for themselves, you know? I am capable to share the light that it's inside of me, and I'm so happy about it.
Okay, so of course she's doing white like me. It's like this dark angel of air, and I don't know, this is cool. I like it a lot.
She looks like one of those angels I put on my Christmas tree. The wind for me means being transported, soaring high in an ethereal way, flying through time and space. And that's what I wanted to showcase in my runway this week. I'm flying high, feet on the ground of course, straight to the top 4. on my way to Love for the Arts crown. Pa' allá voy, pa' allá.
This is cute. I like the colors.
I don't know. It's not my favorite. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
It's safe. My inspiration for this week was to be magical girls. When I was young, I was really obsessed with anime and manga and the magical world of teenage girls fighting crime. I was really obsessed with Sakura card capture, so I want to be like my own card capture. So I'm like a schoolgirl ready to fight a crime, and I just transform myself into this beautiful pink creature that is the power of the wind.
I love it. I think it's really beautiful. I love the wings. I love the feathers. I love the pink hair. I think it's really pretty and cute and bubbly.
I like the feathers on her dress, but I am missing something about the wind.
I feel like there's no air in this. Like, yes, there's ostrich feathers, but like, I can't really tell if they're moving.
Yes, come on, Gone with the Wind, girl. Yes. What did you think of these looks? Do you like them?
Similarly, there's a mixed bag, but what I liked, I really liked.
Okay, good. Well, let's go ahead and start with Carmen. And Carmen did like this whole white look, and she was like, I think she was referencing a tornado or a hurricane that's right now in Guatemala. What did you think?
As far as blowing in the wind and stuff, it was like a beautiful look. I appreciated that it was very clean, especially when you have like a white garment. It's so easy for like wrinkles or stains or literally anything, even just makeup, to like smudge on it or show on it. So I always appreciate when a queen can wear white and make it look clean and pristine and put together. Like the body was right, everything about it was right. That said, as a design, it was pretty simple. Like it kind of gave me sort of like Storm vibes, like kind of like X-Men vibes. And it's not a bad thing. I just thought it was a little on the simpler side for me personally. It looked like kind of like your standard like Instagram cosplay, but it was clean and it was well done.
Yeah, I think that she looked stunning. I loved the fact. The key point that I told all the contestants is we want it to give us the illusion and the fantasy of wind, bitch. We want wind. And she did give us that. The hair is blowing. The fabric is blowing. She looks like she's flying. The look itself, I really like the look. Again, like you said, I totally agree. It's a little on the simple side. But she looks great. She did the challenge. But it's a little simple, but she looks good. So I think it's like right in the middle as far as like what I would expect. Let's move on to our next contestant, which is Guajardo. And Guajardo had a 2 look. One was a black look and one was a white look. What did you think?
To do 2 looks is a risk, and it's very bold. And in this case, I'm not sure that necessarily paid off. I did, they were very sort of, the 2 different looks were very blown out. So it was kind of like ethereal and sort of floating and beautiful in that sense. But it also made it harder to see what she was wearing because she wore a white, I couldn't even tell if it was a gown, but there was a white outfit against a reflective white background. And then there was a black outfit in front of a black background. So as a complete picture, I liked the way it looked. But as far as, a challenge where it's look-based, I couldn't actually see what she was wearing very well. So for me, it makes it very hard to judge it. And also, if you're going to have like a fabric background, especially one that reflects light, like in this case, like a satin, you got to steam that stuff out because it was a very, very background.
Oh my God. I was so distracted by the black fabric in her first look because it was all wrinkled, I just didn't really even notice her outfit. I was like, what is this fabric? It's so wrinkly. And then I also don't feel like I saw the full look of the black. And this, which is a critique I've given her before. And then the white look, if she showed the full look, it was really quick because I didn't really, all I saw was up here. The black look was okay from what I could tell. The white look, I loved the up close, like the hair and the mask and the makeup was stunning. But I don't know that I don't know. There was just not the details were just a little messy this week for her. So I don't know about this for Guajardo. I expect a lot from Guajardo because early on in the competition, for many weeks, Guajardo was slaying every single week. And when you put yourself up here, you have to stay there, or the only other way for you to go is just down. And this week was just not a good week for Guajardo for me. Next up we have Leslie, and Leslie had this multicolored look with a white undergarment. What do you think?
I actually really liked this one. It wasn't a complicated outfit. It was simple, but I really loved the color choices. The color, so it wasn't really blocking, but there were sort of like sections of color, and I thought all the colors together looked really beautiful. I thought her hair blowing in the wind with the fabric was very beautiful, and although it was simple, I think Leslie's video is kind of a testament to how important editing and framing is when you are getting video or filming a look, because despite her look being very simple, she shot it with, a backlight, which as drag performers, we're so used to always wanting to light the front. We kind of don't think of different sort of lighting techniques we can use to, just do something really cool. And I thought it was a really smart choice to put a light behind her because the flowy fabric that she had on her outfit was translucent. So then the light was going through the fabric behind her as it was billowing. So I thought that looked really beautiful. There was a story. There was like this door that's like just standing, by itself, and she opens it and she's in this other world. So despite the outfit being sort of simple, I felt like the story she told and the way she filmed it really sold it for me, and I really liked it.
Yeah, for some reason we are like right on I don't always agree with the judges, but this week I'm like, we are the same person. I feel the same way. The look is a little simple, like if she was to just be standing there, but this is a digital competition. We really take into consideration how they shoot their content and how they deliver the edits and stuff like that, and she really took me there. This is the only one out of all 4 contestants that I really get the Gone with the Wind fantasy, and it be really good edited. She looks stunning. It looks almost like a visual from like a music video or like a fashion commercial. Like it just is a really good week for Leslie, and I love it. I thought she looked great. We're going to move on to our next and final contestant, which is Margaret Ia, and she did this pink with feather kind of outfit. What did you think?
Okay, so I loved the outfit. I could see where she was coming from, or I could see what she intended to do when she sort of related it to, it was sort of like a Sailor Moon sort of situation, like the transformation thing. But when you said that specifically you wanted the illusion of like wind and fabric and like blowing and all of that, I just didn't really get it from this outfit. There was very little to sort of blow around, and I think similar to Guajardo, it was a little blown out, which for drag is beautiful. Drag artists tend to look really stunning when they're slightly blown out, but it also made it hard to see the details because one of the main things that I guess was blowing was the feathers, but there wasn't enough detail to see those feathers blowing. And for me, I can see where someone would make the connection between like a sort of Sailor Moon character that's sort of like almost like superhero-esque, like flying sort of thing, and how that may relate to wind. But when I think of like superheroes or characters that fly, I sort of think of these characters having an innate power, an innate ability that allows them to fly, and not necessarily being in any way influenced or associated with wind or weather or anything like that. So I can see how someone would make that connection, but there's a disconnect for me.
Yeah, I think that this is my favorite outfit as far as like what it looks like. It is the most stunning, put together, elaborate look. There wasn't enough wind for me. I did like when she was in her first look as like the little girl and she was like doing the Sailor Moon transformation. She did have wind in that, and I loved that aspect of it. I wish it would have carried over to this pink look because we really wanted to see wind. That was the biggest thing. And I saw a little bit of her feathers moving, but it wasn't like what I was hoping for. But the outfit is stunning. I love this outfit. The filming of it is great. I still think it's good. But it just didn't have a lot of wind. So now that we have seen all of the challenges and the runways, we have to pick a bottom two. To me, there is kind of a pretty clear bottom two and two that are safe. But before I make my decision, I want to hear what you think. Who are you thinking for the bottom two? And if you have multiples, what are you thinking?
I'm a little conflicted. I do kind of have multiples in my mind. It's kind of like if I had to, the three, basically, anyone who's not Leslie. That's just like, I feel like at this point, Margaret Guajardo, or oh my God, Carmen. I'm so Mr. Carmen. I think Carmen for me is a for sure in the bottom because the look was a little simple, and then the prank video, I really couldn't. I really wasn't buying it.
Yeah.
Between Margaret and Guajardo, because I liked both of their pranks. I think I like Margaret's a little bit more. But when it came to the outfits, I don't know. I think I might be leaning towards Guajardo based on their looks. I might be leaning towards Guajardo, but for me, it's kind of between Guajardo and Margaret right now.
Well, to me, Carmen is for sure in the bottom because I feel like it seems staged. And on the technical side, that's just, we got to go with technical, and it just seems staged. And again, Leslie just was the clear front runner to me of the evening, so she's definitely safe. I think that Margaret is really safe. I think that she did a really good job with the challenge, making it funny. And even though her pranks weren't successful, most of them weren't successful, she still did the prank, and it still was really funny. And I really thought her outfit was beautiful. Guajardo just had a lot of problems to me tonight with me thinking that her effort was a little low for the challenge, and then the runway had a lot of missteps with the curtains being messy and not being able to see it from the contrast. So to me, I would probably do Carmen and Guajardo in the bottom, and Margaret and Leslie just safe. What do you think? You agree, or are you?
Now that you've kind of broken it down again, I'm kind of I'm feeling everything you're saying right now. I think we're kind of riding that same line now. I agree. Yeah, it really does. And one last, I guess, suggestion moving forward with the competition, because I have seen all the previous episodes. I think as drag artists, we have, if we're filming a look, we have such a sort of instinct to always want to film the face, because it's your face, it's what you're presenting, it's right. Your expressions that is told here. But because a lot of these are look challenges, I have seen through multiple episodes that there is a bad habit of always framing this and not framing enough of everything else. And when we're able to see them building their outfits and putting everything together, I'm seeing everything come together. I'm like, oh my God, that looks so cool. But then I see the runway, and I never see the bottom half of the look, which is such a disservice to all the work and the money and effort that they're putting into creating their outfits. So don't be afraid to get to wide shots and detailed shots and really show off your work, because you put money and work into it, and that's what the challenge is asking for.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. You have been such a great detailed judge this week. I loved having you. Thank you so much for being part of this. And is there any plugs that you want to tell all the fans to go look out for?
Sure, yeah. I post everything on my Instagram at Vander Von Odd, or my Twitter also at Vander Von Odd, and you can check out my website at vandervonodd.com for prints, merch, and updates on some future projects. I have a really fun unannounced October project coming, so that should be on all my socials.
And you also make your own art for sale, right? It's on your website.
I do, yeah. I've been making a lot of shadow boxes with my makeup stamped into towels, and I'm also making Ouija boards now that I hand screen print and stain and seal, and they're made of solid oak wood. So if you'd like a Vander Von Odd Ouija board, you can buy one on my website, vandervonodd.com.
That would be so cool. Well, thank you so much, Vander. I hope you have a great night, and we so enjoyed having you as a guest judge.
I love you, Trinity. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So now you know we have a bottom two, which is Carmen and Guajardo. We're about to watch them battle it out with a lip sync right now.
Hola mi chica, le traigo el ritmo que es sin frontera, que le va a hacer mover las caderas. Presta atención, sigue el sonido de mi voz, qué tentación. 1, 2, 3, ponte pera. El pelo y revolea, que esto está hecho pa' que para hasta tu abuela. De lado a lado, no tengas vergüenza. Vamos a pelear hasta que amanezca. Blink, blink, dame blink. No importa tu modera, tu color o tu país. Blink, blink, dame blink. No importa tu modera, tu color o tu país. Blink, blink, dame blink. No importa tu moneda, tu color o tu país. Blink, blink, dame blink. No dejes jugar, solo ven a ser feliz. Presta atención, sigue el sonido de mi voz, qué tentación. 1, 2, 3, ponte pera.
That was such a great lip sync battle this week. Yes! And, you know, you all have the power to vote right now. You're going to go to my website at trinitythetuck.com. Who do you want to stay and who do you want to go? The voting polls will be up for just 2 hours and you get to cast your vote this week and next week only. After that, it is judges, critiques, and judging only. So make your vote count now by going to trinitythetuck.com. And I just want to let you know, drag is an art. What will we be transforming into next? Find out on Tuesday, September 22nd with our very special guests, Isis King from America's Next Top Model, and the winner of All Stars 5, Shea Coulee. I cannot wait. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you.